Hello once again. Welcome to example 3 on the rationalization of said that I started with you in the previous videos. In the previous videos, we started learning about rationalization of said where we handled an aspect where you have a given fraction in which the denominator contains two terms and you are being asked to rationalize or simplify. That's what we did in the previous videos, and I've done a detailed explanation on it and we solved some examples on it as well in the previous videos, and I hope you understood it and you enjoyed the lesson as well. This is a continuation to solve another example with you so that you get a better understanding of it. So this is example 3. Okay, so it means we've already done example 1 and 2 in the previous videos. So I will advise that you do well to watch the previous videos, especially the first video, okay, because the previous videos lays the foundation, okay. All the explanation that you need, I've done those explanation in the previous videos. So please do well to watch the previous videos so that you get a good foundation to be able to handle this session as well, okay. As I said, that this is just a continuation to solve another example with you for you to get a better understanding of it. So watch the previous videos so that you get a good foundation to be able to handle this session as well. And please don't forget to like the videos and also share them after watching. And if you are watching for the first time, please do all to follow the page as well. So let's go ahead and handle the example 3 that I have on the board. So example 3, it says simplify root 3 over root 3 minus 1. Okay, so you know that for us to simplify this one, the process that you are supposed to go through is to rationalize it. Okay, so to simplify this one, it means we need to rationalize it. That's the only approach to be able to simplify this, okay. And I've explained it a lot in the previous videos. That's why I'm encouraging you to watch the previous videos. So let's go ahead and solve this together. Okay, so I'm going to write down my solution, okay, and I'm going to repeat the question, which is root 3 over root 3 minus 1. Okay, for us to simplify this one, or for us to rationalize this one, we are going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator of this same fraction by the conjugate of the denominator. Okay, the denominator that we have here, which is root 3 minus 1, we are going to find the conjugate of it and we are going to use it to multiply both the numerator and the denominator of this same fraction. Okay, so the conjugate of this root 3 minus 1 is going to be root 3 plus 1. Okay, and I've explained this a lot in the previous videos. Okay, so the conjugate simply means that the sign in between this, you change it to the opposite whilst you repeat the same thing. Okay, so you are going to repeat the root 3. Okay, then this sign we are going to change it to the opposite, which is positive. Then we are going to bring our 1 as well. Okay, so the conjugate of this root 3 minus 1 is going to be root 3 plus 1. Okay, so we just repeat the same thing whilst we change the sign in between them to the opposite. Okay, so meaning that if the sign here was to be positive, would have changed it to negative. Okay, that is going to be the conjugate of it. Okay, so the conjugate of this root 3 minus 1 is going to be root 3 plus 1. We repeat the same thing whilst we change the sign to the opposite. Okay, because it is negative, okay, we change it to positive. Okay, that becomes the conjugate. Okay, so we are going to multiply the numerator and the denominator of this same fraction by the conjugate of the denominator. What we have at the denominator, we are going to find its conjugate and we are going to use it to multiply both the numerator and the denominator of the same fraction. Okay, so let's go ahead. So I'm going to write my equal sign, then I'm going to repeat my root 3 over root 3 minus 1, and the conjugate of this root 3 minus 1 is going to be root 3 plus 1. So you are going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by root 3 plus 1. Okay, so root 3 plus 1. Okay, so you can see the numerator, which is the root 3, we are multiplying it by the conjugate of the denominator, which is root 3 plus 1, and the denominator of this fraction, which is root 3 minus 1, we are multiplying it by the conjugate of this same denominator, which is root 3 plus 1. Okay, so we are going to have root 3 over root 3 minus 1 times root 3 plus 1 all over root 3 plus 1. Okay, and we've done a detailed explanation and a lot of explanation on this in the previous videos. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify further. So we are going to multiply the numerators and we are going to multiply the denominators as well. Okay, so it's going to be root 3 into brackets because the bracket means multiplication. So root 3 into brackets root 3 plus 1. Okay, so the root 3 multiplies everything which is here, so you put it into brackets all over. Then the denominator also, we are going to have our root 3 minus 1 multiplying root 3 plus 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify further. Okay, so let's open our bracket from the numerator. Okay, so this root 3 will open its bracket by multiplying each term in the bracket. So root 3 times root 3, it gives root 9. Okay, I hope you agree with me. And root 3 times positive 1, it gives positive root 3 all over. Then we are going to expand our denominator as well. And how to expand the denominator is to apply the principle of multiplication of two binomial. Okay, because you can see that it's two brackets that are multiplying. Okay, so you are going to maintain the last bracket, and each term in the first bracket is going to multiply the last bracket. So when we take the root 3, which is here, it will multiply the last bracket, which is root 3 plus 1. Then we take the minus 1 also, it will multiply the last bracket, which is root 3 plus 1. Okay, so that's how you go about it. So let's go ahead and simplify further. I'm going to continue from there. So the top here, I have root 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So write our answer there. So you are going to have 3 plus, now you bring your root 3, which is here. So 3 plus root 3 all over. And the denominator also, we simplify it by opening our bracket. So this root 3 will open its bracket, and this minus 1 will open its bracket. So root 3 times root 3, it gives root 9. Okay, then root 3 times positive 1, it gives positive root 3. Okay, then this negative 1 will also open its bracket. So negative 1 times root 3 gives negative root 3, and negative 1 times positive 1, it gives negative 1. I hope you understand up to this point. Now let's go ahead and simplify further. So I have my 3 plus root 3 at the numerator all over. Let's simplify the denominator. Square root of 9 is 3, so write your 3. Now this and this are like terms. You can see this is positive root 3 and this is negative root 3. They'll cancel away, so we'll be left with our minus 1. Okay, let's go ahead and do the final simplification. So I'm going to have 3 plus root 3 all over 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, and this becomes my final answer for simplifying root 3 over root 3 minus 1. You can see that there's no more z at the denominator of it, or there's no more square root sign at the denominator. Okay, so that is me rationalizing it. Okay, so this is the final answer. I hope the explanation was clear enough and you understood it as well. Don't forget to like the video and also share the video. And if you are watching for the first time, please do well to follow the page as well. See you again in another video once we solve more examples on this. Bye bye.